Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are creating a monthly currently and favorites page for my Patreon member Donna. And Donna didn't give me any theme request, but I'm going with a birthday theme because Donna's birthday is in June, and I thought it would be fun for her to have like a birthday theme for this spread for herself. So which stickers do we want to use? I was kind of leaning toward these. This is Posh Party by Live Love Posh. This is currently on sale, and you can also get an additional discount with my code Elise10 on top of the sale, which is really nice. So I think we're going to use these. So I'm going to come in first with this little arch, and then we're going to take the other one over here. That one, we're gonna have to cover up the one, but I'll bring it back. So then let's bring in Rainbow Date It by Mojo Dojo Plans and find pretty color. I'm thinking I want to use yellow. I did use yellow for this style spread recently, but it wasn't for Donna, so it was probably right here. I was trying to find yellow that was like big enough to fill in this space because I feel like some of these other ones are smaller. I'm not even seeing a yellow June. There's yellow June here, but it's not the full word for June. So I think what we're actually going to do is cut a letter, excuse me, cut a letter from another word. So let's pop out the E from December. I know it's like the abbreviated June, so I understand it, but I like the full word because the abbreviated makes more sense when you're in like a smaller space, and we have plenty of space here, so I didn't really want it to be abbreviated. Oops, I don't need the C, I need the E. So we're going to do June. And then there were numbers down here. Those are too big. Looking for like the medium size numbers. So we have 20 and 25. This also would have been a good time to bring out Mojo Jojo's numeric essentials sticker book, but I had this closer and I kind of forgot about it until just now. So we're going with this one. All right. I have summer shapes here. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to find a match. The pink is actually really pretty. Let's use this pink because that's a really good match. And we'll use my correction tape here and here. Actually, I'm changing my mind again. I've got a lot of mind-changing things happening today. I think that on this side, I want to use a full box. So what colors do we have? Purple, teal. That teal's not going to be right. One of the reasons that I'm using the summer boxes is because this teal is perfect. I want to be able to use summer shapes as well, and summer shapes has a combination of the colors that are in here. So if you're trying to find a combination of boxes and shapes, I definitely recommend sticking with like the same seasonal sticker book or style sticker book because that's going to help. So we're going to put this right over here. I know I still have that correction tape that's visible, but we'll figure that part out. So now we still need numbers for my 1, 2, and 3. Cover that up a little bit. And then, so for the 1, 2, and 3, let's see what to do here. I didn't really think about that part. I also don't see numeric essentials in like grabbing reach. So what if, let's look at the purples for a second. Those are too big. Purple. I figured I had used the 1, 2, and 3, but again, we're going to just slice these. 1, get a better cut there. 1, 2. Actually, if I had just cut the 12, I would have had 1 and 2. So I'm going to do that just in case for some reason in the future I need the 11. So we're going to put this here. 1, 2, and 3. All right. That looks good. I can see a little bit of the purple left over here, so I'm just going to use my white pen to cut it. You could also slice it. All right, now we have 2 pages of these decorative stickers. So I think that we can start with one of these balloon bouquets, like right over here. And then let's do some gift boxes over here. And then I'm gonna pause on any more of those because I want to see how I do before I add in even more. So if I pull out Currently by Mojo Jojo Plans, we're going to add some color. Let's see which color. I think we'll do yellow because of the yellow that's there. So I'm just gonna add in this color. There was one spot that I went over a little bit, so we will fix that. And again, just fix it with a white pen. A white pen is like your best friend when you're planning. It just cleans things up so nicely. You could also have waited to, I could have waited to color this in before or once I put it down, but I didn't. Okay, now I'm going to, do I want to come in with boxes or let's come in with hexagons maybe. So I want pink. I want teal. And purple. And if I have room for it, we'll do yellow. So let's start with the teal because we have the teal on the right side of the page. So now we're going to put it on the left side. Let's put this right here. Then we can do the pink. I don't have a ton of room here because I went for the big hexagons, but I love the big hexagons. Purple, and then I think we'd probably have room for a yellow. So let's take the yellow out. We're going to need to lift this. That pulled off quite nicely. And then put this in over here. And for my balloons, we can now go over here. I don't have a ton of space left. So we're gonna put it right here and then maybe add in, let's do a little cake stand. That would be cute. But for this cake stand, I want my scissors because I want it to sit really nicely on the box, and this has kind of a curved bottom. So I'm just gonna trim it so that it sits nicely. Okay, that's really cute. One of the things that I didn't include that I wanted to was this happy birthday banner. So this space, no, it's not really gonna work, is it? What if we do the smaller one? This space that I would normally put a heading box is now gonna be covered up by the happy birthday. But Donna, if you're watching this, my intent is for you to use this space to fill in how you celebrate your birthday. But you can see the teal through it. So we're just gonna trim, or not trim, we're just going to cover this up. Could trim it. That's not something I've ever done. I feel like that would be more work. What's going on, pen? feel like that would be more work than any of the other ways that I like to cover up boxes, but you could. If you know what you're putting over it, this isn't really working. You could probably trim it before you put the sticker down. Okay, now we got a little bit of that teal, so you can use some of the backing to scratch this off. And there's still a little bit of it left. So what I can try is, this is just one of those like particular things, but I could take a little piece of the overprint, since I'm not going to use that anyway, cut it out, and just add it right here to clean that up a little bit. Okay, that's better. All right, for this left side, so let's cut this off. We don't have any on that side, but we need my punch, because if I don't punch this now, I'll forget. So we need to get this punched. And this is a We Are Memory Keepers disc punch, and I just find it so easy. I waited a long time to buy it. I feel like it was popular for a while and I wasn't buying it because at the time it was like $30. I think now it's under $25, I think. But I felt like it wasn't something that I needed to spend that money on. And I'm not saying you need to spend the money on, and I'm not really ever going to tell you you need to spend money on something. But once I got it, I feel like now I can't really live without it. It's a very essential part of like my decorative planning. So the next thing I want to do is find my Alpha Basics Volume 2 sticker book. And I think these kind of remind me of these, but it's very likely. Let's see, FAVORIE and S. Wow, I'm really surprised. I'm surprised that I actually have all the letters, because I feel like that hasn't happened in a while. So we're gonna put our kind of in the middle, FAVORIE. I know I have the T. T. E. And S. Oh, I didn't put the currently words. We have to come back and do that. S. FAVO. P. A. And F. Okay. Now we'll come in. This was the other way that you can do it, is coloring in after it's on the page. I think that with alphabet letters, it's easier to color in after it's on the page, but it just made sense in the moment for me to do the currently word while we were still in the sticker book. Sometimes it's really nice to sit down and decorate. I'm not going to say sit down and plan because this isn't my planner, but today is Wednesday, June 4th. June 4th, yes. And I'm a little, I don't want to say anxious, but I'm a little like, oh, I should have put this here. I feel like we just had those arches there, so I don't really know. Maybe we're going to put it over here and then we'll start our celebration lower. I'm a little apprehensive about my work day today and the next few days because my boss is leaving today for vacation for the next 3 days. It's not the whole week, it's just 3 days, but that puts me second in command. And I've done it before, not in a long time, but I have done it before. But I'm a little like, is everything going to go okay? You know, it's like, it's one of those things that's making me a little bit nervous about the day. All right, I want to come back in with these hexagons. So I'm actually going to start by putting this one up here because I wanted to make sure I'd have enough height there. And then we're going to come through with this one. Then that was like half then, half now. Let's take a yellow here. And then let's find those pinks again. That pink was so pretty. Is it this pink? No. It was this pink. Now, you only get 2 of these blank hexagons, but I also like, it's crooked, using lined hexagons. So, you know what? Maybe we'll start with the lined one so that it's not like a weird gap thing. So I don't know that I'm actually going to need this one because now we're going to come back in with the purple one. And then the teal over here. I feel like when I can see it horizontally this way, I don't get it crooked. All right, that's cute. Coming back to the sticker book, I think that we can take a slice of cake and we're gonna put this right over here. And then let's take a little set of gifts. We'll put one here, just kind of filling this space a little bit. If I do this one, I'm going to put it, I think we're gonna put it under the hexagon. I feel like if I put it over the hexagon, it was just gonna kind of look like it was thrown there. So we're just gonna sort of add in these little decorative elements. The candles are cute. Maybe we just put them right here. I didn't even notice them last time. And then we have that cake there. Let's do another party hat. Maybe right over here, but like on purpose there. And then down here, the sticker book has some quotes or phrases anyway. And let's do, let's celebrate. Right over here. Okay, that's pretty. I want to come back to the currently sticker book and we're going to look for some words. So let's take prioritizing here. And then we're going to do celebrating. Visiting. Eating. And do crafting. I feel like Donna is a good crafter and I want to put this in here for her. All right, so we have those down. Now I need to scoot over and grab my pen. So I've been using these Zebra Sarasa R.4s since Go Wild and I love these. I'll link them below, but I just feel like the 0.4 is such a good size. So I'm gonna write favorite memory, book, meal. I'm going to write outing or date night, because Donna and her husband go on dates a lot. Date night. Let's write planner. And I'm gonna write routine because Donna's been working on routines and I want this to be used for her favorite part of like her morning routine. So I think that we are all set. It's a really pretty, I feel like it's a soft spread, but it's celebratory and I love that. So Posh Party by Live Love Posh, you can use code Elise10. Currently my Mojo Dojo Plans is sold out, but the summer sticker books may be in stock. When I'm filming this, they haven't actually released yet, so I'm not entirely sure. But everything I used, I'll link in the description, including these pens. Thank you so much for watching and for your support, and I'll see you next time.